Woo! You know what? Just roll that beautiful bean footage. Ay, ay, ay. Not only did the intro take 4 different takes to get it right, but so did the intro for the actual video itself. What am I doing with myself? Brett here, welcome back to Breakwater Point. As you can tell, I'm stressed out, and you're probably wondering why. You're like, Brett, you've had 2 weeks. Why do you only have this little bit to show us? And, well, it's a good reason for that. Let's just get into it before I ramble on too much and you guys click away to a different episode of something better to watch. Started this little boardwalk type thing, which is almost done. I still got to finish up some of the building over here, which we'll take a deeper look at once it is all said and done. New flat ride here. New flat ride here. We got the Iron Claw and this overswing thing. I can't remember what it's called, but I did change the name, which we'll talk about here in a second to avoid spoilers. And then obviously we've got our coaster. The Vekoma Tilt Coaster finally makes its way into the park. This is like the 4th or 5th time I tried to build this coaster, and it just finally clicked. I like the layout. As you can see, I've already got the loading station and the maintenance area done, and there's a reason for that. And we're about to talk about that reasoning right now. Okay, let's just do it. That's why the episode's weird. I did 2 coasters. The whole point of doing bi-weekly was so I could build better areas and not get overworked and have time to work it. And of course, naturally, the first outing, I do 2 coasters, one of which is a giant RMC with custom lift and custom stall supports. Why do I do the things I do? Why do I make life harder for myself? I don't know, but I do, and it's in the park. So real quick, the tilt coaster is called Riptide. The Wow, see, I can't even talk. The RMC, not the VMC, is called Lusca. For those not familiar, Lusca is a Caribbean folklore sea monster that is supposed to be part shark, part giant octopus, which is very fitting for this roller coaster because it is an absolute monster. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time talking right now because we do have the 2 coasters to look at. So we're going to keep this part of the video short and sweet. I'm going to go work on the boring stuff and then throw some foliage in. And we'll take a look at the whole thing once everything's done. And we get 2 roller coasters today. So yeah, let's go build some more. Oh, wait, see you back in just a second.
Well, surprise, surprise. I did not finish the area. I bit off way more than I could chew with this one, and one of these days I'm going to learn to rein myself in and just build small. I haven't learned that concept yet. I always go over the top in Planet Coaster, but, you know, it is what it is. The main things are done for the most part. At this point, all I really need to do in the area is go through and do, like, minor details like the lighting and path stuff and then nature work for the most part. I realize that I still have to put like the footers in for the custom lift hill and stuff here, but other than that, it's basically done. It's done enough to show you the main parts of the area and the coasters, which is all we really care about at the end of the day. But real quick, we named the big chair swing Phoenix Fire. It's another shout out to my step kiddo Phoenix. We got Griffin's Flight. Another shout out to the kiddo Griffin. And oh yeah, that's the only shout outs I did. Just wanted to make sure I got those out there. Iron Claw will have its own name, but I just haven't thought of anything yet. So let's talk. I am almost done with the boardwalk type area. It's kind of like a big open market built on the water. I thought that was kind of a cool concept to give yet again another food plaza area, kind of a unique character to itself. So it's elevated and floats above the water. I still have to go in and obviously add the extra details and everything, but we have like a gift shop, which I've named Sand Dune Market. The interior's basically the same that I've been doing throughout the other parts of the park. It's got the little, oh, what do you call these little tuk-tuks or something like that, just as like a little display piece. Started trying to kind of add a little bit more character and detail into the interiors, but that's kind of where I stopped because, well, obvious reasons. Next to the Sand Dune Market, we have Boardwalk Sushi, a little sushi restaurant. You got your little inflatable fishy guys up top to make it cute. We got a vegan, Viva La Vegan, Gulpy, have a staff building hidden away in there. Another Chief Beef, Hot Dog Squad, So Delightful. Slice Life now has a second location inside the park. Kitty corner to that, we have Rocket Slush, just a little, small little slushy store, I guess. I don't know. Gelato Brothers, more of the same shops because we've only got like 5 in the game, but, you know, add a little bit more character, pretend this is a taco stand. Next door to that is a coffee shop, which I don't know why, I giggled when I came up with this name, but it is called Java the Hutt. It does not fit in the rest of the park, but like I said, I thought it was funny and I had a laugh about it, so the name stayed, at least for now. Java the Hutt, and some bathrooms, and that's about it for the boardwalk. Just kind of a big open like market type thing for chilling on the water. You can watch Lusca roll by, and just enjoy your time on the water. We'll have a little seating area here as well. Like I said, obviously I still have to go in and finish all the little details, but that's that. I did put in this little milkshake stand, which I kind of like the way it turned out. It's not a fully enclosed building, but it is enclosed. The building itself is just right here, but then it's got this overhang patio area covered in ivy, with some seating that you can sit and get a really close encounter with Skybreaker. Obviously, I didn't put the footers in there yet. Still got to mess with the supports. I got a lot to do yet, and I just full of regret. It is what it is. Hindsight, like I said. So let's talk about the coasters. We'll start with Riptide. A little bit more unique style for the loading station. Kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, like modern, artistic. So I'm not even going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. This is the loading station. Similar style for the maintenance area. They'd have the transfer track for storage and removing the train if they ever needed to. Little pebbled area to get vehicles in, staff entrance if they need to get up there. It's not a big, tall, fast tilt coaster, but it's green across the board. And I think I already talked about the layout. I can't remember. If I did, I'm sorry, but we'll just talk about it again. Obviously, you've got the tilt into a little airtime hill, almost like a dive loop, but you don't fully invert, into almost like a 0G stall, but it doesn't fully stall before it does a little turnaround, into airtime, into a true dive loop, into this weird little like double up corkscrew thing, flies back down over another airtime hill, and then into the brake run. Short, sweet, but it's a pretty good coaster. I like the way it turned out. Like I was saying, this was the 3rd or 4th rendition of a tilt coaster that I tried to put in the park, and I finally got one that I like that has good stats and is green. So, yay, Riptide. So that's the tilt coaster, and then over here, oh, and I think I talked about this, but I threw some solar panels in for some more realism. You got all this sun, you might as well use it. Let's talk about the RMC, Lusca. Custom lift hill and stall supports that you could pass under on your way into the queue. This thing, it's not nearly as big. It's not as tall or as fast as Skybreaker, but it might rival it or even actually be the most intense ride that we're going to have in the park. Green across the board, and I'm here to tell you, this thing is gnarly. Let's see if I can pull it up. It is a 250-foot drop at 87 miles per hour. It has 4 inversions and 9 moments of airtime. I mean, this thing is just gnarly. Like I was saying, being named after a mythological sea monster is very fitting because this thing is a monster. Um, yes, it does have a vertical drop it into the speed hill, uh, up into the first big moment of airtime, which has the outer bank turn, down into another airtime, into the dive drop, up into more airtime, into a harsh 90-degree turn, another 0G roll into a drop, uh, into another airtime, another 90-degree wave turn. I think I talked about the layout originally in the first update of this video, but I recorded that a while ago and I can't remember. So if I talked about it, I did change the layout a little bit. So now instead of the one big floater air, we have 2 little more ejector style air moments into the 0G stall, down into some just rapid direction change turns in air, regular bank into an outer bank, down into the heart line, and then into the last set of air hill or ejector air. Man, I cannot talk. So, yeah. Since I'm rambling and this is just yet again another strange episode, I'm going to end it here. In the next update video, I will have this all done, so we'll take another quick peek at the fully finished area. But for now, I am Bread. Thanks for suffering through this with me. I know this was a weird one. I apologize. After going to the bi-weekly schedule, I hope to have more to show you, but it is what it is. I'm still perfecting the craft. So, Bread. Like and subscribe if you haven't already for more Planet Coaster content from me, and let's go ahead and take a ride first on Riptide, and then we will end on Lusca. I'll catch you later, everybody.